Faunus. Let me take a look at the bio for Faunus. As the commander of the Silverhorn Sentries, Faunus is an integral component of the defenses of Castle Silverhorn. A powerful elemental warrior, able to harness primal forest magic, he has the ability to manipulate the tree-born structure of the castle exterior for added defense. Ancient and wise, Faunus serves not only as a protector of Castle Silverhorn, but as one of the Queen Artemis's most trusted advisors. Faunus. Not Florus. Faunus. So, Tree Dude. A lot of people have compared this guy to Groot. The Groot. Like your friend, Miguel. So, Faunus. He has a tree-like... He looks like a tree deer. Sort of, because he's got antlers and stuff, and he's got hooves, and he's got an awesome woodsy color scheme to him, which I think is really, really nice. And then he's using a piece of wood for his staff. So I don't know what that is, right? It's kind of like if you're you've got magical powers, and then for your magical staff, you like stuck somebody's arm on there. Or a relative's body part or something. But it works. It works. It works well. It's probably not a relative because look at the wood. It's a different race.
So just like some random guy.
Some random magical dude.
Some random dude just rip off his arm.
I think what he does is he uses his staff to control some sort of defensive barrier around Castle Silverhorn, so he can control trees, maybe. Ents. Maybe he can just make big sticker bushes grow, or I don't know what he does. But he's a noble-looking creature. He's got these bright green eyes that are piercing. His face is a little feline-looking to me. What do you think? But then his ears are sort of maybe aquatic. He's got like leaves coming out where his ears would be. Look at that detail on that. Very cool. But then, like, if you check out his antlers, it looks like there was some pruning going on there. Because you see, like, one of the antlers is broken off, or maybe somebody chopped it off during a battle. And then you see the tree rings going on. I don't know if you can actually see that detail, if it's actually, focused on the top of that. But, yeah, all this neat detail. And then a couple of pruned branches on the back. So maybe if you're a tree person, when you go get a haircut, what they do is they just get a saw and they just start cutting pieces off of your head. Right? What do you think of Faunus?
He's a tree.
Faunus, look at this nice skirt. He's got a skirt. The hooves are obviously, like, I've seen demons wear these hooves. I've seen Borear wear these hooves, but I've never seen a tree with hooves. But it does sort of go with the whole kind of antlered sort of wooden deer type look. So he's got this really cool shield, and let me show you guys. It has that new shield clip to it. So I think this is a vast improvement over the other shield clip. I never had that much problems with the old shields, but look at this. This is probably going to resist breakage a lot more because it's sort of an L. And the way I do it is I just slip it into the hand like that, and then, he can wield it like that, or he can put it down. He's also got this sweet dagger, which we've already seen once before with Hera. The same sculpt of the dagger. It's got a golden kind of blade there, and it goes sheathes real nicely there. He's got the standard longsword, which we've seen a bunch of times, and then the mage staff, which I think Jorn has had, and a couple of other figures have had. But all in all, he's a figure that really looks nice. And I think it's specifically the color scheme that they put on him. The way the colors complement each other is really nice. And then what do you see when you have Thistlethorn and him together?
He's a little bit bigger.
Some people have said this is a kind of an homage into Groot and Rocket Raccoon type deal. And then there's a green, Myra Golden Branch is an elf with green face, green skin, and orange hair. So they kind of see a Guardians of the Galaxy theme developing. Green orc for the other guy, and then a regular knight for the main dude of the Guardians of the Galaxy. But yeah, Groot and Rocket Raccoon. Those two go together pretty nicely. All right. You know what I haven't done yet in my reviews is take you through the articulation. I've got some time, so I'll show you. This is the body, obviously, that we've had in the first Kickstarter. So it's got all the same points of articulation. It's got the swivel wrist. It's got the hinge on the wrist. It's got a swivel at the forearm. It's got a hinge at the elbow. It's got full range of motion, even with the pauldrons, because the pauldrons ride up nicely. And, you know, all the regular articulation that you'd want on a shoulder. Everything, obviously, is on the same side. Is the same on this side. It's got the swivel and a nice ball joint, so it's got good range of motion on the head. Get really expressive. Like, look at that. Now he's got a quizzical look on his head, like if he catches you peeing on a tree or something. He's like, "What the heck are you up to?" Or now, you know, he's a bit aloof and arrogant. He's sad and downtrodden because there's a forest fire.
And somebody chopped off one of his horns.
Yeah, so he's got a nice range of motion with that ball joint. He's also got this cool waist swivel here. So it's not just a swivel, but it's got a kind of an ab crunch action going on. And then this is obviously removable if you'd want to. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Tree crotch. I don't know if trees are asexual or not. Do they have genders? Swivel, well, you know, full range of motion on the hips. He can do the splits. He can do the kicks. He can go back. He can go forward. Then there's another swivel right here at the mid-thigh. Then there's the, you know, knee, which also has a swivel and a hinge. And then he's got really nice rocker ankles, so you can get him into, like, deep crouching poses if you want. Like if he needs to sit or cop a squat or whatever he needs to do, he can get down into those deep poses. So, see, he's a pretty dynamic tree, right? You'd think a tree would be a little wooden and wouldn't move that well.
No.
No?
I think most trees are not wooden.
And there he is.
He has hooves.
So, yeah, we pointed out the fact that he has hooves. What do you think of the colors, Christine, since you...
It's green. It's green.
Yeah, you know, you are a master of pointing out the obvious. Miguel is...
Did you talk about how one of his horns were cut off?
Yeah,
Or branches?
I talked about that.
Oh.
One of the... It's actually 3 of them, look. 1,
Is that
2,
a
3.
horn or a branch? Or both?
He's a horny guy.
I mean, is he supposed to... I mean, because it almost
I
looks like
think what they are,
roots.
they're branches, but they're... Because of the fact that he has hooves, they're evocative. They're evocative of horns.
He's a little Lucian tree.
So he looks like he's a regal guy.
Lucy tree.
So, anything else? Any other questions about Faunus? He's a commander. So,
He has minotaur legs.
he's a commander. He's got a very imposing, commanding presence, obviously.
I like the little dude.
Thistlethorn?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Awfully cute.
All right, guys. Well, I think that's it for our review of Faunus today. Is DeWiz signing off? Miguel, any questions or comments?
No.
Kirkine, any questions or comments? Not really? Okay. All right. Yeah, he's a member of the I think he's the commander of the Silverhorn Sentry, so we'll see those guys later on. Until next time, is DeWiz signing off.